Welcome to the GGrated podcast, brought to you by Eugene Evans and Joshua Gray. Let's start the show.
Guys, welcome to the GGrated podcast, episode 71. We got some good news, got some good stuff going on this week, and we're going to start it off with the gaming moment of the week, though. Gaming moment of the week.
Gaming moment of the week.
Josh, why don't you go first and you tell us what you got, man?
Yeah, so this is a game that got popularized. A lot of people were streaming it and stuff. It is REPO, where you're playing as these little robots going into different houses and areas and basically trying to find items that are worth enough money so that you can move on to the next abstraction point. Well, in the meantime, there's like all kind of weird monsters and ghosts and creatures that might come after you, and the game is a riot. It is meant to be played with other people. If you could show a little bit of gameplay, you'll kind of understand what's going on here. It is hilarious. Really fun. When you die in the game, you're not able to be hurt anymore by your team, so it makes it really funny and scary. It would do a lot of good for y'all to go like watch a little bit of gameplay of this, because it is hilarious. And I've been playing with a bunch of guys. There was like 5 of us on last night, so it was so funny. And there were specific moments where I'm gonna tell you the specific gaming moment that was the most epic. All of us were taken out by this floating, meditating alien.
Oh, jeez.
And if he ever got a hold of you,
call them aliens? They look like robots, though.
No, those aren't aliens. There was a monster in the mat that was an alien. Basically, he's like sitting Indian style, and he's meditating, and he's floating through the hallways trying to find people to kill. And you got to go like hide and stuff. Well, if he gets you, he'll like put you up in the air, and then he'll slam you down, and it takes away like half of your health. So if he gets you twice, and you're done. And it came down to where Daniel was the last one left, and Daniel had a baseball bat and waited at the top of the stairs for this thing to float up, and then whacked it and took it out. And the thing that it dropped off after it died gave us enough money to beat this level. It was like epic. It was like a perfect end to that game. It was really cool. So I really need to start getting gameplay, because, man,
I know we need to.
That was an epic moment. So, REPO, really fun game to play with other people. It's the type of game that I might not touch for a year, but when a bunch of people want to play, I'm like, yes, let's do it. So,
yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
That was my game moment.
Well, dude, I mean, I don't really have too much of a gaming moment except for Expedition 33, if I can talk about that for a second. But
dude, tell me about it, man.
But I just want to hint real quick before I go over to mine is, man, the games that you find, like I was looking at Switch games. I've been buying a lot of Switch games lately, and Game Beast is what you used to play. And when I first saw this game, when you showed me to play the trailer for this game for REPO, it just kind of reminds me of like, that is your core gaming right there, man. Like you love those like little small kind of workaround games and stuff. I don't know. It's just like the vibe. That's the art style. It's so funny how people are drawn to certain art styles and different things, you know, like now you have another version of yourself, I feel like, that you do like that every once in a while, the RPG and all that stuff, but like you with like the small guys that run around kind of quirky and stuff and do these certain things, like you really have fun with and stuff. So it's just kind of funny how we have our things, you know, that we like. So so if you like Josh and you like one of those things, definitely check out that game REPO and have fun with that alien that he's trying to beat. So but my gaming moment of the week, guys, I got to throw out is Expedition 33, Claire. It's obscure. It's an RPG. My captain actually put me onto this game. Phenomenal game, man. Like I'm talking about, and I talked to Josh about it. It is like it's like a movie at the beginning. It's kind of sad. It sucks you in. It really brings character to these characters in the game. brings meaning to them, and I feel like you get really invested into this game. So not to try to go into it too much. I know I've kind of already explained it like 4 times to Josh, trying to get him just to hurry up and get through it with me, you know. But when you start this game, just the meaning of life, of like, this could be an alternate reality, you know, for us, and everybody dies. This is no secret. The whole main part of the game is this paintress wipes away the age of a person. So if you are 34 years old at the end of the year, everybody that's 34 years old dies. And the people that are 33, they have 1 year to live. Well, they use their last life. They sacrifice their last life to go out on this expedition to try to kill the paintress. And I feel like it's just an awesome experience, and a lot of things happen as soon as they set out on this mission. And if you don't experience it, I think you're missing out, especially those classic Final Fantasy VII, you know, RPG kind of style. It's that's what it is. It's kind of slow paced, but on this game, it's a lot more having to do with parries and dodges and like dodging just the right timing. And it's been really fun. My gaming moment of the week, and it wasn't really a fight at this point, but I go to this edge and it opens up. It's at this like underwater level, and you run and you find all of a sudden it's a Nevro or something. Nevco, I can't remember what the names are yet, but I run out and this
all
thing.
Those games always have crazy names, so I don't fault
it's crazy
that at all.
But it's like this huge kind of like Shadow of the Colossus monster that's out in the way, dude. And it's like, we should try to avoid that. But apparently, like Captain said, you fight it at some point. You fight it at some point. But you're going out, he's just like munching down on stuff, you know, in the background. I'm like, and I'm just like, feel like I'm just looking up at like, oh no, I need to go somewhere else. So it's cool moments like that. The main thing about the game, I'm not going into a main topic with this game, but the main thing about it is you literally can sit there and just the lines that they use isn't corny. It's like somebody really thought about the way they talk in this game is really natural to me, and I feel like it's great. It's a great game to kind of keep doing. So
that's cool, man. Yeah, I definitely want to play it. I started it and got through where you go to the town square, and I've talked with everybody and stuff, and I'm about to go down to the event. Like, that's the
best part.
Do you want to start the event? And I'm like,
that's the best part.
I don't want to be sad right now.
Dude, that's the best part. You need to do it tonight.
Me and my wife were playing it together, like, because
that would be perfect. Y'all both need to together watch it.
She's like, she said, I don't want to see anything sad right before I go to bed. And I was like, I get that. So I just kind of like held off, and we're going to do it. I'm just kind of waiting. But yeah.
Well, let's with that being said, that's got gaming moment of the week, guys. Make sure you leave one down below, as we said earlier. We would love to kind of showcase a little bit some gaming moments of the week, man, if you send it to us to our email. Do you want to go into the next session, which is the gaming news and deals?
Yes, dude. I got some gaming news and deals right here. I got 2 banger deals, so let's hit it. All right, check this out. If you want to play as Officer Murphy from RoboCop, I'm a huge RoboCop fan. I don't know why when I was younger I grew up on these movies. Really shouldn't have been watching them at the age I was at, but I did. And I love
every one of us.
It's freaking awesome. It's ultra violent, like just cool. You're a cyborg cop. So I remember the poster of the movie was like, what does it say? He's like, all robot, something, all cop. No, it said part man,
something pig
part
or
machine.
Something. I'm just kidding.
No. You're a police officer. That's what's so funny. And it says part man, part robot, all cop, or something like that. Really awesome. But RoboCop Rogue City right now, if you go look on Steam, it's only like $5. It's 90% off. I own this game, It is a riot, dude. I mean, it's like I was listening to some other people on a podcast talk about it, and they nailed it. It was
Is it on GG.deals
sometimes,
or what?
yeah, it's on GG.deals. Sometimes the game looks like it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and at other times it looks dated. It's so funny how that works, but the game looks great, plays great, plays awesome on Steam Deck. It's so funny. The dialogue is either awesome or it's like, who recorded this? Like, it is so all over the place, kind of like the RoboCop universe. To me, this is a great like entry point into RoboCop video games. There were some other ones on.
It looked cool, man. The graphics look pretty good too,
dude. It's so crazy. It's a crazy game. It's really cool. But for $5, dude, like, what are you doing? Play this game. It's fun. And another one, a game. It's an older game that I played a lot back in the day, and it is a hardcore military tactical game. I mean, you're talking about huge, expansive maps. Like, you're gonna move really slow. You gotta equip yourself. You got to make sure you can heal yourself. I mean, it is like tactical AF. It's called Arma 3. Is a tactical military shooter. Arma 3 is only $2.99, I believe, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. This game used to be the game that you would play to see how far you could push your computer. Like, you used to have a rig to run this thing. And right now you can buy Arma 3 for $2.99. It's 90% off. You can get the deluxe edition for just under $8. And then you can get some other special edition for $20. Like, all of them are a great deal. This game has so much mod support. There's all kind of mods for this game. I think originally, like, DayZ was based off of this game.
Really?
So yeah, so there's tons of different mods where people will like make their own world where you can go in and like role play using this game. It is an awesome thing to get into.
The mod,
really fun.
The mod thing is something that you introduced me to with the PC, and dude, that's like a whole new world, man. Whenever you do it, and it's so simple. Crazy. I thought it was so. When you hear mod, you think, oh, I don't want to change some stuff because I have to forget to change it back and all. But like, it's literally a click of a button on PC, especially if you have PC. Absolutely. It's pretty awesome.
Especially with the Arma, because it has another launcher you can download to just add the mods on with the click of a button. Literally do all kind of crazy stuff where you might be flying helicopters, you might be doing bombing runs. I could talk about it all day because I played a lot of hours of Arma. It's really, really fun, and you're in it when you play these games. You're in it for the long haul. I mean, you're gonna spend like a whole night doing stuff. It's not a game you just hop in and out of, but really, really fun, worth the buy if you are in the mood for some hardcore military action. Those are my two top picks.
I like it, man. I like it. And that's pretty cheap, too. That's like, what, $5 for 2 games?
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, you can get both of the games for nothing. It's crazy.
So I'm sure he's probably snagging that up. You're probably snagging that up about right now.
I already own both of those games. I've owned them for a long time. So.
That's what,
and I believe I paid a lot more than that. So, yeah.
So he's helping you out. He's throwing you a bone, guys. He's throwing you a bone.
Yeah.
Man, that's some good picks, man. I kind of like that. I got some extra news I do want to talk about in references, and I know you do too. So let's go to...
Good news just keeps coming.
So let's talk about this bad boy. I know you want to talk about that. Tell me what's up.
So Chuck E. Cheese is launching a new arcade concept for adults. So they're not the first ones to do this. They're definitely probably one of the first to introduce like the arcade scene for kids and eating pizza and stuff. I'm sure there was others before them, but they popularized this if they didn't invent it. And, we have Dave and Buster's, you have different barcades, but none of them have the Chuck E. Cheese name. I think it would be so bad to go to a Chuck E. Cheese made for adults. And honestly, I want the robots there too. I want them on stage doing stuff. They could be singing like Linkin Park or something. They could be doing so like our music.
Man, they got so expensive though.
Really?
Yeah, and they don't do the robots anymore. They don't do the robots anymore.
Yeah, I went to Chuck E. Cheese in Dothan not too long ago, and dude, it was still awesome. I was like, this
Oh,
is
it's
sweet.
awesome. And the pizza's still
Yeah.
legit. The pizza's still legit.
Yeah, the pizza isn't bad.
Oh,
I don't remember
what?
how much we paid. No, I mean, I don't know if I ate it
How
or
are you
not.
not that excited about the
I was
pizza?
just there.
You're like, oh, everything's great. Pizza's okay. No, the
I
pizza is always the best.
I don't remember the pizza being,
I probably didn't get the pizza.
anything
Let's just
special.
be honest. You probably didn't get the pizza, did you?
My kids were eating the pizza. Yeah, they were.
You didn't
totally
eat the
eating
pizza?
But dude, if I'm in Dothan, I'm gonna eat something real good. We're gonna go get steak or something. Like, I'm gonna go have.
How do you
an
go to
adult
Chuck
meal.
E. Cheese? I'm ashamed to know my best friend over here went to Chuck E. Cheese and did not get the pizza. Like, did not eat a slice of pizza.
If I go to the Chuck E. Cheese bar that they're going to open up, I'll have the pizza and I'll do it with you, and we'll film it and we'll put it on the show. It's going to be awesome. I really hope that this becomes
a
a thing.
whole thing out of it, aren't you?
Yeah, I really hope that this becomes a thing, because honestly, dude, like, I have such good memories about going to Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid. The robots up there. And they had their little movies that would play and stuff. It was the best atmosphere. It was the best.
You want to play the video? Do you want to play the little video?
Dude, play it.
You want to?
I don't know what video you're talking about, but let's do it. I'm here for it. Is this ABC News?
Back now with the high cost of entertaining your family.
There's a coupon. There you go.
15% this year. Now, one popular chain
Oh yeah, this is on Good Morning America. They were talking about it, and hopefully they kind of show the concept of what it's going to look like. Because honestly, like, let's kind of talk about this for a second. Like, what do you think the whole design is going to be of the Chuck E. Cheese for adults?
I think they're gonna have to revamp the whole thing coming out and all that stuff. I think obviously going to they already include alcohol at Chuck E. Cheese if people don't know that. But I feel like it's really going to come down to maybe making a bar or like experience, changing some stuff up to the background. Maybe have kind of like the niche of like the nostalgia from the 90s, like you said, with the animatronics and stuff. If you do that sort of stuff, I feel like you kind of cater to our age group a little bit more, and you might can turn it into more adult-like kind of thing. But that's how I feel.
So who was the Chuck E. Cheese characters? Because wasn't there a lady in there? Hear me out. Like, if you want to appeal to the adult audience, maybe have one of the characters in the bikini come out. I'm totally just kidding. I'm just kidding. You have Chuck E. Cheese. You have Helen Henny, which is a chicken.
I thought you was about to say Helen. Why every time I hear Helen, I want to say why? Why?
You have
Thank you, US
Bella
history.
Bunny. So you could do Bella Bunny, and then you have Krusty the Cat, that's probably a dude, and Rick Rat, Jasper T. Jowls, Mr. Munch, Chuck E. Cheese, and Pasquale.
Can I just say one thing?
Those are the characters.
How was it so popular back in the day with you literally have a rat as a mascot, which has to do with food? I mean, a rat and food don't... You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, don't you think they might need to
crazy.
change that? You think this might be the time to change that?
No, dude, you don't get rid of Chucky at Chuck E. Cheese. You crazy?
Why not?
That's their mascot. Well, you could bring in Madam Oink. That's another character of Chuck E. Cheese, dude. The Chuck E. Cheese wiki is wild. If you look on the Chuck E. Cheese wiki, it's legit wild. You see now where they got a lot of inspiration for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Absolutely.
That crazy game. Totally. But yeah, I'm all for it, man. I think it's going to be cool. If they do it, I'll go. I'm all about that nostalgia factor.
So what are they exactly going to do? What have they talked about? What are they doing? What's the news?
I guess just playing off of that nostalgia and making an arcade for adults. I mean, it's
so they're doing a Dave and Buster's,
I guess. Kinda, but honestly, Dave and Buster's kind of sucks.
It
I'm
does
just gonna say
suck. We have one
does,
here.
doesn't it?
It does.
Doesn't
It
it kinda
does.
suck?
It does.
Something about it just sucks. I don't know what it is.
It's
I
just
used
so
to enjoy
expensive.
going in there.
I know I keep saying
Yeah.
expensive, but it's so expensive. Wait, it's
Yeah.
because we went there. We went there in Panama City, and
We did. I
we
think
just
that
didn't have
tainted
a
it for me,
great
too.
time with it.
No, all of us were bummed because we couldn't float the river, and we drove 2 hours
that
and
had
went to
something to
Dave
do
and
with it.
Buster's. Yeah,
But
Maybe
everybody
so.
I talked to, my daughter, she went there the other day with a friend, just last week.
yeah.
And she said something.
Yeah.
She was like, when I come back, I said, how was it? She was like, it was all right. Like that. That's what you get every
Yeah.
time. It's all right.
I think
You know?
I think because the food isn't that great, but it's so expensive, and I think that's a lot of it. You have all the like fancy lights and everything, but the games are all games that are like they're just trying
you
to
can
get
play on
people to
console.
play and leave. Yeah, yeah,
Like you have like the
also.
racing, like Mario Kart game on there and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like it's one of them. It's like, dude, you can
Yeah.
literally do that at the house. You know?
I could do it there in the bathroom on a Switch, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They need like games where you hop in and you're in a spaceship freaking flying around and it's moving, or like a mech or something. Like bring back cool arcade games, man. But
Yeah, no kidding.
maybe Chuck E. Cheese will do something cool. Never know, man. It could happen. It could happen.
Hey, I like Chuck E. Cheese. I actually used to check out my daughter from school, and when I check her out from school, I would take her to Chuck E. Cheese, and we would have fun during, sometimes here in school, I'll check her out and just take her and just let her play. Me and her play games and stuff like that. So I actually she
good
had her
dad
party
move.
at Chuck E. Cheese, I think, before. I can't remember if I think Shep might have had his party at Chuck E. Cheese. So I've never had a problem with it, but you have to go in the right time because Chuck E. Cheese has now got the name of sometimes it can be a little trouble. Not the right people can be there. So you got to go at the right time, or you might be involved in a shooting at Chuck E. Cheese or something. I don't know. So
Whatever happened to Chunka dude? Do you
Chunka
remember
Wonka, what is that?
Chunka was like a Chuck E. Cheese knockoff, I think. There was a
Was it
Chunka
really?
and there was a Pizza Castle is another one, I believe. They were both like arcade places for kids. You had Chunka and Pizza Castle.
Oh, dude, we got Pete's Party Castle here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a Pete's Party Castle, but Ashley refuses for us to go there. She said that's it's not a good place either. But Shep wants to go there because it looks like a castle. He's like, I want to go to the castle.
Yeah, I want to go to the giant castle and buy a gun.
On the way in. What you want, a 9, a 40, or what you want?
Get a 9, son. You can buy the ammo. They're cheap, and it's a good gun to shoot. 9mm all day.
Yeah. Well, man, with that being said, let me talk about one more thing. I just want to talk about, if you don't mind, I want to talk about this new college football 26 coming out.
All right. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Good. I'm just kidding.
He cares. No, he doesn't sport, he says anymore. Even though he played football with me and everything, he's just, I don't know what happened to him, guys. I don't know. But hey, college football 26 early access starts. If you pre-order, you get it Monday, which is on the 7th. Thank you to Derek for reminding me of this. The big news that is coming out of college football 26 this year is they now have crossplay for Dynasty mode. So we can get a bunch of teams up, a bunch of players. If they're on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, does not matter. They are able to all play in the same league with each other again. So like my buddies, John, Derek, Brian, all of us will be able to actually get in a league, just like any of your friends, and join up. What I really would like to see at some point is it to come to PC. That'll be a lot easier. Please, EA, make it come to PC. Hopefully next year will be the year, or even the Switch too, so we can play in mobile. Because EA is a little little wonky when it comes to the Steam Deck. Can't play EA games too much. Thank you, EA, for that too.
You can, yeah. It just brings an extra pop up. I mean,
but it doesn't work. 90% of the time, guys, it does not work.
No, dude,
90%
it's
of the time,
totally
the sports games do not work. I promise. I try and over.
I played Titanfall on there.
Yeah, that's
and I
fine.
Played
it's
Jedi
the
Survivor
Madden games. I think it's some
another one
anti-cheat they have on there because it has
yeah,
online.
the anti-cheat will screw you for sure.
So, long story short, they got NFL Madden 26 being released as well in August, I think. The only problem with that is it's got I feel like a bigger update when it comes to Madden, but you will be able to bring your saves over from college football to Madden. They also made another big announcement this year that they are looking, and they did confirm that they're looking to bring March Madness basketball game back for college basketball, which, if everybody remembers, the whole reason we went 10 plus years without a college football game and all that is because March Madness, the basketball player from a basketball team in college, actually sued EA for using his likeness. So that's kind of a huge step, and is a full turnaround if they're actually going to go back to basketball after that's what started that whole thing with all this. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes out on that. And I'm excited, just like a lot of people, I'm excited about actually getting to have college football 26, see what kind of new stuff they got. Hopefully they fix. I already been seeing some streamers show some glitches and stuff, but either way, I'm going to dominate. It doesn't matter. So it's going to be some fun.
Nice.
And
sounds awesome.
Roll Tide, they got my boy Ryan Williams on the cover. Just saying, the wide receiver for Alabama. So Roll Tide.
Nice. Dude, you and Derek should start a sports podcast. That'd be really cool. Seriously, like you enjoy talking about it. I mean, I don't mind you talking about it here. I'm just messing.
It's a game. We're talking about gaming.
It'd be really cool. No, like it'd be cool. You could totally have a sports segment. I don't care. Yeah,
we totally could. I like the sports. You know, I know a lot about it. You know, it's mostly football. Mostly keep up with football. But you know, the reason I'm talking about this with the gaming, college football was one of the top selling games last year when it came back, which had a lot to do with it hasn't been there in 10 years. So I'm really open to see how this game turns out the second year. You know, like is the hype kind of worn off or not? I don't know, but that's one of my main games. And the whole reason I bought a PlayStation 5 was to play that game. So it was a console seller, right? You actually saw Xboxes actually, again, they actually had a revenue, like they went up in revenue and stuff, and they showed in the green instead of the red because of this game. So we'll see how this year works with all that with EA and see if they actually like it, if it's still going to keep the momentum. So
awesome. Speaking of sports, I got some sports talk too then, because I went and watched the F1 movie, one of the most popular sports on the planet. People are crazy about F1. I think it got a lot more popular when the Netflix docuseries came out, Drive to Survive. But I watched F1 the movie, and people are calling it the best racing movie ever created.
Better than Gran Turismo?
So. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, like Gran Turismo was good, but no, like it was good. But to me, the best racing movie ever is Ford versus Ferrari. That movie is straight up.
I gotta watch that. I think I watched some of it.
So good, especially at the very end where they show like the whole 24 hours of Le Mans. It's excellent. And to me, the best part of the F1 movie was the first 20 minutes where he's racing the 24 hours of Daytona. It was super cool. I wish that would have been the whole movie. F1 is cool, and a lot of people go crazy about it. And it was definitely cool seeing all the perspective shots and stuff in the movie. It didn't blow me away like I thought it would, but I still had a good time. But yeah, it's doing really well in the box office, and I'm glad it is. I mean, you don't get to see a lot of racing movies, so it's cool that it's being popularized. I'm a big fan of motorsport. I don't really like watch it all the time or anything, but if there was one that was around me, I'd love to go in person and watch. I'd much rather go in person to things and watch stuff like that on TV. But that is really fun to watch.
I can't do the racing in person though. Like we went to the motocross. And it was fun, but it's just like, does it not get a little boring of like just watching it go around and around the same? Yeah.
And I thought about it too. I think a lot of that too is because it was outside. You're in the sun. That's not the best experience. No, I went before and it was inside and it was way better, honestly. But
I don't think it's that. I'm just talking about action.
Had a good time. Yeah, no, I'm just talking about my own experience. I was more engaged and enjoyed the action a
That's
lot
why I'm
more when
asking
it
you.
was
Like, so
inside.
what do you enjoy? What's your experience when you see that? Because to
Right.
me, I enjoy the wrecks and the something like spontaneous happening. Now, I guess that's why I like football so much. Something different happens every play, right? How do you get your experience from racing? Like, how do you get your
The
experience?
So like motors are cool, like engines are cool, all the sounds and the sights and everything. And I used to ride dirt bikes, so at the time when I was doing actual like motocross, it was a lot more fun to watch because you were kind of like watching somebody at the top level, and then you get to go try to do those things. It was really really fun.
So, no, just going each part here, which you just kind of
Mhm.
following along with you here is that's kind of interesting, to hear that because that's literally what I was doing. Like when I was playing ball, went back when I was playing ball. So I will watch and try to mimic, like
Yeah.
running backs like Barry Sanders and stuff like that. Like how do they step? How do they do this? And you try to. That's how you get better, right? You watch the pros, you watch the people that do it. And it's funny how you said like, so that's something that like interested you where you probably look at when you watch these races, stuff you're looking at. It's not the same stuff I'm just looking at and experience that. That's pretty cool to kind of hear that.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of times it's hard for me to watch stuff that I don't go do. Like I'm the type of person, if I like watch a movie about something, I want to go do something I just watched in that movie. Like I've always been like that ever since I was a kid. If I ever watched a movie where they had a
Same.
bunch of guns, I would go outside and start shooting stuff. Like
Because it's not fun to watch. It's not as fun to watch as it is to do. Is that
yeah,
not true?
I want to go do it. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
camping videos and all this stuff. You see all that, and it's
Oh,
so
God.
cool. And
Yeah,
every
get
time
you
I'm like
primed up to go
texting
do
Josh,
it.
I'm like, Josh, I'm getting the itch, dude. We got to go. You got to go.
And you've probably been watching Trail Recon or something. Like you don't want to go do stuff to that. Yeah, I totally get
Every
it.
time I'm like,
Awesome.
gotta text Josh. So, but yeah, it's just interesting to hear that. I know I kind of threw you off your story a little bit, but with F1, but it's just a lot of people, they just automatically look at something and they say, oh, that's boring.
Right.
But if you really look at why interests some people have so many different interests, like I it's not that I don't enjoy motocross. It's just not something where you only have so much time in your life to enjoy the things that you like. Right. And do you want to spend that time doing something you're trying to force yourself to enjoy, or do you want to do something that you actually really enjoy, makes you happy with it? Right. And not trying to get all sentimental and deep and all. I'm just saying that, like motocross, if I had an opportunity to go again, would I go again? Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I tell you what, you would probably enjoy a lot more is if we went to the motocross track in Newton, Alabama. I think it's called like Big something.
Big Tuna.
Anyways,
Sorry.
Yeah, Big Tuna. You've probably been there before. It's really close to Ozark, and you can like really get up in the action. I mean, you're standing right there, and it's a lot of fun because it's
That'd be cool.
a thing that happens close to us,
Can you
and
drink
they're
beer?
not professionals a lot of time. Oh yeah, you could probably
There we go.
do more than that if you wanted to, but I tell you what is really fun to watch, and I would love to go watch in person is it's called like sport truck racing. They're racing on asphalt, but then they also have jumps in the middle of the races. These trucks that are just launching off these jumps and landing on flat. It is insane. Crazy wrecks, really cool. That's awesome. That's the kind of racing I could really.
What that kind of reminds me of is the video that Blaze, my brother-in-law, guys. If y'all don't know who Blaze is by now, watching this podcast, he sent a video to the guys group, and it shows a Ford Raptor, and he's in the desert, and it's literally like, when we was on that guys trip, we found a little like side trail on Onyx, on the app Onyx or whatever.
Open up Baja Mo, baby.
Yeah, and he was like,
awesome.
let's open up Baja Mo. So we start riding it down. We pretty much found a little beach trail. It was super nice. And what's funny about it is he kept saying that. So Blaze found this video of a Ford Raptor with this guy was with somebody else, and he done took his cup out of the cup holder and stuff. And the guy starts filming. He's outside the truck, and he's like, "Hey, this thing right here is like he knows it's serious. You know, he's gonna jump this little what's it called, Josh? That he jumps like a little.
It was the sides of a trail that was kind of built up. So it was
like a
almost
little
like a berm.
Like a berm. Yeah.
He's going way too fast.
So he goes and he's filming. The guy's terrible at filming, by the way. I want to make sure to throw that out there. You suck, guy.
He turns the camera in the middle of the video. Yes. Like, who does that, dude?
Who does that? So he turns the camera. Anyways, we start watching it, and this guy's humming it. How fast do you think he's going? Like 60 at least?
60 is probably what I'd estimate.
60 miles
per hour.
Let me tell
you, his exhaust, though, sounded good. I want to find out what's on it, because we have the same motor.
Hear Josh say sounded good. So he jumps it, and he starts going, and his front end just starts going. It's going here, and then it goes here, and then he just flips over. Just flips over, guys. And his whole truck, his Ford Raptor's totaled.
So, dude, that's happened to me before on a dirt bike, is when you buck up, like it bucks you and the back end comes up and you're landing like this. One of the scariest things. Yes. And a lot of times it's because you're not on the gas right to launch off the jump at the right trajectory. This dude, what probably happened is, I'd have to go like watch it again, but he probably started to let off the gas at the lip of the jump.
So his car went like that.
Down the shocks so that it bucked and then bucked the back. And also the jump was just all wrong. He was going too fast, way too fast.
What would you do? And this is the question I want to ask. I'm glad we're live right now. What would you do if that happened to you? You're upside down in your truck. What would you do after that?
I would hold on to the steering wheel, like in the air. Like, no, what am I doing?
After
in the
it
moment?
stopped, it's upside down. That just happened to you. Your car's upside down. Don't look like that. Don't.
I would just be like, oh no,
would you?
Like, oh no.
I'm just wondering, would you completely just flip out? Would you cry?
No, I'd be upset.
Would you?
I don't know.
Would you? I mean,
I would be really upset. I would get out and I'd be like, well, dang, like that's crazy. Hope I'm okay.
He's lying. He's watering it down.
I have insurance, so it'd be like, it'd just be a loss, you know. But you got insurance, so it's an accident. I don't know what happened.
I told Josh, I'm just going to throw that out here, man. I'm telling you, I totally could have seen you. If that situation, we somehow drove by that situation, that was you. That would have been 100% you.
No way.
Yes.
Listen, if I jump,
you would have. The only difference is you would have yelled Baja mode right when you come by.
No, so that kind of jump where you're going to land back on flat, you're going to mess something up. So I want to do a jump where you have a down slope where you're going to land and come down, or like land.
But you still can turn sideways on that and then flip, right?
Yeah, but so the thing about doing like donuts or like anything like that is, if as long as your back tires are spinning, you can do donuts all day and you're not going to flip. And also with a jump, you're going to have to like turn really sharp in order to flip that thing. If you just go at it straight, you might land a little wonky, but you're not going to flip unless you're like turned all weird.
You just got to make sure you don't hit that right at the end or something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to turn too sharp at the very end. But you know, things still happen. It's definitely not saying that things couldn't happen if you're getting crazy, but I do want to jump my truck, but not like that. I want to jump at one time, just not like that.
Well, I guess I'm wrong, guys. I guess I'm wrong. Maybe we would take for fools when he says, I just want to go Baja mode. And I guess we just thought that was your Baja mode, you know, at that moment.
Oh, dude. No. So, yeah, it was so funny because I could tell that a lot of people were getting really tense. But you know me, like I grew up doing things.
Oh,
like
you and
that.
me was loving it. I was killing it in the backseat.
It was great. Yeah. So
That just means we need to go camping and all.
for sure.
We keep saying it. It's time.
I want
It's
to go to
time.
the beach and go camping. I do honestly want to go back to the beach, man. It'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, man, with that being said, do you have a main topic you want to talk about, or what
Not
you
really,
think?
man. I think that was just
Yeah,
wanted to kind of mention those things, kind of casual today. It was a good little convo. I think we're good
Yeah.
there.
yeah, I think so too, man. I say we kind of end this thing and kind of go from there, man. What you think?
Let's do it. Yeah, man. Hey, everybody, don't forget to reach out to us at ggratedchannel@gmail.com or in the comment section below if you have a gaming moment of the week you would like us to talk about on the show, or maybe a clip you want us to share. We'd be more than happy to do that and talk about it. So reach out, and thanks for listening.
See y'all the next time, guys. Peace.